Well, this is going to be the first step right here. Cutting out the hole for the cone. I'm going to have to be right dead on the center. I've made myself a little template here with some nails to scribe out the circle. Got to be exactly in the center. It's simple enough. You just get right on the bridge there. You just get between the third and fourth string. You get right and smack dab in the center and right on the center of the bridge, and that'll align the cone so that when the spider goes in, the bridge will be set in place. So let's go ahead and scribe this line. Then we'll get to cutting. Okay, I got the line in. So now, let's get the jigsaw. Hopefully nothing goes bad here. It's the only place in the whole operation where things could go south, but I think it'll be alright. Take my time, go slow. Well, here's the piece that I just removed. And as you can see, it has all of these braces. Now these braces are there to support the top of the guitar, and they're also there to contribute to the way a guitar resonates. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of removal on the pieces that are remaining inside. I'll use a chisel to do that. Well, here I'll give you a little shot here what I was referring to. You can see right there the pieces that are remaining. So get in there and knock those out. That way, yeah, that support will, like I said, that support will fit flush with the top. Yeah, you can hear that rain coming down. Hopefully it's going to be gone tonight. Get a little break. Alright, well here we go. The braces are removed. Now I want to get rid of this, what's left of the pickguard. And I'm going to create a little cover that's going to go over this sound hole, the original sound hole, just to give it a more finished look. And then the portholes right here are going to be cut, which will create new sound holes, and then of course the resonator cone do most of the work. So let's go ahead and get started on that one. Okay, you see I removed the remainder of the pickguard. Used a hot air gun and heated up the glue that holds it on, and it's got in there with a little knife and just worked it carefully and pulled it off. And then I went ahead and I've made my template. This is going to be the cover that's going to go on. Cover up that old hole. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it's going to be. Gotta come up a little bit here. That's about it. Alright. Everything went great. Got the hole cut. See where the cone's going to recess down in. Now, what I have to do is build the support, the inner liner there that's the cone's going to rest on. So let's get started on that. Okay, so what went wrong, what I was talking about earlier? What I suggest you do on these braces, on these big ones, these heavy ones here, before you try to chisel them out, get a block of wood, a couple blocks of wood, and clamp them on either side to give the top more stability, make it a little more rigid, because they're a little more difficult to get out than it looks, and you can pull on that top and crack it, which I did. It made a few small cracks. It's no big deal. I glued them back together. but it could have been avoided if you clamp it first. So that's my suggestion. All right, day 2 here. I'm going to take this piece of plywood right here. I'm going to use that little circle template I made, and I'm going to cut this piece out. This is going to be the ring that's going to support the cone. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut this, and I'll get my router out, and I'll router in a slot to recess it so it'll drop down in, and then it'll be ready to clean up and install. So get started on that. Okay, I've made the support for the cone. See, it inserts in there, and I cut a slot in it so it'll recess down. And these are going to be the braces that I'm going to apply. There's going to be 4 of those in place. It's going to give the top the stability it needs when you put pressure on it with the strings. So this is in place. Now I'm going to have to do a little fine tuning on them before I come up with the final fit to make sure I've got the intonation correct. Just got to make sure that fits in there just right. So do that next. But there it is. Alright, so what we have now is kind of a mock-up here. My little cover I'm making, and then here's the spider cover. It's going to sit on it. The resonator is already in place. So this is kind of what we got going now. That's going to have to be screwed down. Okay, so there's the cone. It's in place, and the spider. I don't know why they call it a spider. And then that's the bridge. I'm going to have to crown the top to match the radius on the neck, and then I'll have to fit it, the height, get the correct string height. But the important thing is I have the distance from this 12th fret right here, this fret, all the way to the center, somewhere, here it is, center of the bridge, center of the 12th fret to the center of the bridge. That dimension is correct. Now I can permanently install that cone support. So coming along. I'll get started on the next step. What I did here is while I still had the thing in place in the exact spot, I drilled some little skinny little holes for these nails. So when I insert that piece back in and glue it, I can use these to align it so that it goes in exactly where it should be. So I think it's a good idea. I've seen some other tutorials and they just show somebody just gluing it all up, but I think this is a little better. None of this is going to show anyway, these little holes, you know. Cover's going to be over that. So let's go ahead and shut this thing down and get this thing glued up. Okay, here's the glue up. Pretty simple. Let's let that dry for, well, the weather's pretty cold. I think I'm going to let this dry overnight. So I guess I'm through for the day. Let's go get myself something to eat. Old Crow, signing off.